Shalom, family. All right. Shalom. And we'll just give it a little more time. Jamal Bay, Carl the Angry Libra, and the Haze of Our Lives, Brandy Drake. Shalom to everybody. I hope your weather is better than ours. It's raining here. It's all dark and dreary. Okay. Shalom, family. All right. All right. So we have, well, not bad, but I'm just going to give it a little more time. Shalom. Shalom, family. All right. So we're going to talk about the 19-year-old. He's now 19, but when he bought the AR-15 for Kyle Rittenhouse, he was 18. And he has been arrested. I still don't know why the mother is not arrested, but the guy that bought the gun for him has been arrested. Because, Kyle was 17. He was not old enough to have that gun. And, after he used the gun, he took it to this friend that bought it for him in the first place. So he got busted big time. Not the sharpest tools in the shed. Okay. Well, actually, Robert Bush, I will have Big Judah and Brother L back in the future. It was a pleasure having both of them on my panel, and Brother L said he definitely want to come back, and I would love to have him back, especially with so many things going on that is prophetic, you know, and it'll definitely happen again. We got so many things happening this month alone. And y'all, please remember the blood moon is on the 30th, which is the last Monday of this month. Don't miss the blood moon. Some people are like, oh, I don't want to see it. Why not? That blood moon is for the Gentiles. That's not for us. So I'm cool with looking at it now that I know it's for them. Okay. Everybody, I'm going to share my screen with you. We're talking about the 19-year-old that purchased the gun, which was an AR-15 that Kyle Rittenhouse used to kill 2 people and injured a 3rd person in Kenosha. So he has been arrested. Let me share my screen. Okay, family, just give me a 1 if you can see my screen. Please give me a 1. Oh, before we do this, hold on. I got to do one more thing before we get started. Sorry, y'all. Sorry. I got to get his picture up. I didn't do that part. Okay. Thank you for the 1. Okay, now I can do it. Okay, now that you can see the screen, let me go to right here. This is Dominick Black. This is the friend of Kyle Rittenhouse that made the actual purchase of an AR-15 that Kyle Rittenhouse ultimately used to kill 2 people in Kenosha. So this story came out on WISN, and this is November 9th, 2020. This person is Dominick Black. So at the time when he made the purchase of the AR-15, he was 18. He is now officially 19 years old. And he's been charged with illegally buying a gun used to kill 2 protesters in Kenosha. Dominick Black of Kenosha was charged with 2 counts of intentionally giving a dangerous weapon to a person under the age of 18, causing death. According to a criminal complaint, Black bought the gun, a Smith & Wesson M&P 15 rifle, on May 1st at Ladysmith Ace Home Center in Ladysmith, Wisconsin. So they said Ladysmith is 300 miles away from Kenosha. 300 miles. So prosecutors said Kyle Rittenhouse, 17, of Antioch, Illinois, gave Black money used to buy a gun. The complaint said Black knew Rittenhouse was not legally able to buy the gun because he was not 18 years old. Black and Rittenhouse agreed to keep the gun at Black's stepfather's house in Kenosha, the complaint said. Prosecutors said Black volunteered to go out armed after curfew in Kenosha to protect the car service business in Sheridan Road. So that was on Sheridan Road. And they spoke to the owner of that car dealership, and he said he never requested security for his business. So they pretty much used that as an excuse to be out there with a gun, like many others that make those claims. Okay. Black told police he was concerned about Rittenhouse having the gun because Rittenhouse wasn't 18. But if he told Rittenhouse he couldn't have it, Rittenhouse would have thrown a fit. So he was more concerned about Rittenhouse throwing a fit than not letting him have that gun. Prosecutors said Rittenhouse used the gun to shoot and kill Joseph Rosenbaum and Anthony Huber, and they were both unarmed. Rosenbaum was shot 4 times. Huber was shot once in the chest. Police said Rittenhouse also shot Gage Grossenkreuz in the arm. The complaint said Rittenhouse admitted to killing Rosenbaum and Huber. Black told police where to find the rifle in the trunk of his car. He was extradited from Illinois to Wisconsin and remains in custody on a $2 million cash bond. So I guess Kyle Rittenhouse so far cannot make bond. So he is still sitting in jail in Wisconsin. Black is being held in the Kenosha County Jail. If convicted, he faces up to 6 years in prison. Black made his initial court appearance Monday. The court commissioner, Lauren Keating, set his bail at $2,500 in cash and scheduled a preliminary hearing for November 19th. In 2018, Wisconsin legislatures passed a measure that made it illegal to buy a gun with the intent to give it to a person who is prohibited to having it. Wisconsin law also states a gun buyer must provide truthful information on the notification form when making the purchase. So looked like this dude broke the law all the way around. So he gave Kyle Rittenhouse this gun because he was more fearful of a fit. Now look at the trouble you are in over this whole situation. What a pity. Young and dumb. For real. So, I mean, look, he ain't going to be spared. You know, he may have less time behind bars than Kyle, but you got to think about this. 2 white people were killed. 2 white people were killed. Okay. So you can best believe there's going to be punishment for Black and Rittenhouse. You can best believe it's going to happen. So yeah. No, I don't think either one. I believe what you're saying, Hood Mistress Reloaded. Neither one of them really deserve bond. Now, Kyle, you know, they were doing all this GoFundMe and everything for him, but he wasn't able to make bail. Now, initially, Kyle Rittenhouse attorney wanted his bail to be set at $750,000, but the judge refused. Okay. And remember, the families of the 2 deceased victims were in court. And no, they definitely was not going to set the bail that low with the families there in court. So, hey, he's in a lot of trouble now. He can make that little $2,500 bond, but he's in a lot of trouble. You know, you bought that AR-15 and you knew what his age was. So you can't even say he lied and told me he was 18. No, you knew what his real age was. You were friends with this person. Yeah. I mean, look, we'll see how this whole thing unfolds. But, you know, as far as trials, I doubt if any trials will be coming up until, you know, the soonest will be sometime in 2021. And, you know, the families that showed up for Rittenhouse, his arraignment, they said they wished the bond was doubled, you know, a $4 million bond, $2 million for each victim. But the judge settled for $2 million. And his attorneys were fighting not to have him extradited to Wisconsin because even at 17, because of the nature of the crime, he'll be tried as an adult. And I know that's what they were trying to avoid, but you know, Dominick, he can't even say I can't be tried as an adult. He is an adult. At 19, he's an adult. Yeah, I mean, yeah, even that bail for Black, $2,500, that is nothing. That isn't, that's nothing. You know, I'm sure he made that cash bond right away. Well, you know, and it's funny how they're using the car dealership as an excuse for being out there protecting a business. And the business owner said he never asked for anybody to protect his business. Oh, this is going to be an interesting season. You know, I know most of us do not celebrate Christmas holiday at all, but it's going to be an interesting season for 2 reasons. Number one, Trump, just to see what he will do. I have another live stream coming up. Let me see, today's on the 13th, and this ain't going to be the next one. I have actually another one before that, but you're going to actually hear Michael Cohen talking about Trump. And there's a part in there that I really want you to listen out for. Michael Cohen said the reason why Trump is doing what he's doing, Trump is broke. Trump don't have any money. And Michael Cohen is probably one of the few people that have ever seen Trump's tax returns, because he said his returns are criminal, the kind of crimes he commit on his taxes. And he said Trump literally don't have money. He don't have money. And that's what all this crying about not leaving office and he want to stay, and he's going to do a second term. He don't care. He's not leaving. He said that's what it's all about. Now that he's just a one-term president, he is not going to make that much money. Now, the Obamas, because Obama did 2 terms, Michelle Obama and Barack Obama are crazy rich now. They got so much money. When they left the White House, they got dropped $60 million when they left the White House, when his term was up. And then they ended up getting book deals. And I think they got over $60 million a piece on their book deals. Plus, he'll get a library built. A 2-term president will get a library and he gets all the accolades. So I think they get paid $50,000 or something like that for each speech they give. So they left mad rich. Okay. The Obamas are crazy rich now. And Trump was hoping that same thing would happen for them if he won 2 terms. But now that he's a one-termer, it ain't going to turn out that way for him. Trump is not getting all that same money that somebody like a George W. Bush or a Barack Obama got when they left. He's not getting that now. I did a video over a year ago and I said Trump is our first broke president. I guess I was right, because that's what Michael Cohen is saying. He said his ass is broke. He ain't got no money. That's why he don't want to show them tax returns, because then if he shows it, you'll realize this man is broke. So, ladies and gentlemen, please, you know what to do. Get in that comment section and tell me what you think now that Dominick Black is now arrested for buying the assault rifle that killed people in Kenosha, because Kyle Rittenhouse went out there looking for trouble and he found trouble. And now he want to be all in tears and cry over the people he killed. Go figure, right? Go figure. Yeah. See, that's what a 2-term president get. Trump ain't going to get that. And he knows it. He's not going to get that. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming. I deeply thank you. And make sure you come back. I have another live stream coming up tomorrow, and I'm going to publish that one. And we'll also do the one on the MSNBC snippet that I have with Jason Johnson and Michael Cohen talking about Trump. And he's telling you right in the video, which is real interesting, exactly what Trump is going to do based on him knowing him so well. He said he knows him so well. He knows exactly what he's going to do when it comes time to leave the White House. And he said, really, it's going to be bad for Joe Biden, because the whole time Trump is going to try to make trouble for Joe Biden the entire time, because that's what he does when he don't get his way. So we shall see. Everybody, please enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for coming. I always appreciate you showing up. And may the Most High be with you. Peace, family.